TNA's lockdown is this Sunday, and honestly, this card is surprising. I mean, this card really is surprising to me. Just looking at it in general, it just a lot of things going down on this card. A lot of things that are really shocking. A lot of things that are kind of crazy. I mean, the past few weeks, TNA alone have been amazing, yet so many shocking developments in this card alone, not less the past few weeks in London, have been really surprising. And I honestly don't know what's going to happen in this card. That's what the one time I'm kind of shocked in the TNA card, where it's usually more predictable. Except this time it's not really that hard to call. Sometimes some places are actually really shady in some of these matches. Actually wondering what the hell's even going on. But it's straightforward. But for one thing I do want to talk about is a match that could possibly not happen. Is the Kurt Angle EC3 match, just based on Kurt Angle's injuries as of late. That might not be a possibility. I mean, people are saying he's injured, he's out. The match not even happen. In that case, they might have to scramble a last-minute match. But if it does happen, but just with lockdown, first of all, just for people who don't know, every match is in a steel cage, so that will be very interesting, to say the least. But with Kurt Angle being who he is and the caliber matches he's had on lockdown, cards, it'll be hard for him not to do a moonsault. I mean, that's guaranteed. If you're going to have steel cage Angle, Kurt Angle, you're going to have a moonsault, except probably this one, if it does happen, because of the fact that, you have to have your legs do that jump. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're Kurt Angle or a high-flying luchador or whatever. If you don't have the leg strength, if you don't have the height enough to even flip around to do that moonsault, it's going to be hard to do. I mean, the only closest thing a common guy of us would be able to do it was like on a trampoline. That's not that hard to do. But imagine doing that on a steel cage. I'm not saying Kurt Angle would do one in this match, but during his seeing his track record, it's kind of a guarantee. But if this match does happen, I'd have to go with EC3, just based on maybe passing the torch. Maybe since Kurt is a Hall of Famer, since his career's winding down, it's probably time to do the Sting treatment, and by that I mean give EC3 a push a little bit off of a big name like Kurt Angle. If this match doesn't happen, though, EC3 might face someone else. I don't really know. We might see North Furnham or Dewey Barnes again. Who knows? But on with the rest of the regular card. I'm going to get this one out of the way first, just based on the One Night Only event, which I don't usually watch the One Night Onlys. I should have watched this one with TNA Outbreak, the first time that TNA went to Japan for a pay-per-view, not just for like a match or an exchange in Japan, like New Japan or All Japan or anything like that. It was a match for the Wrestle One promotion, owned and controlled by the Great Muta. And if you don't know who the Great Muta is, you would know. I mean, in Japanese wrestling alone, Muta is a legend. But more on him a little bit later. With the Outbreak event, this changed a lot of titles and a lot of things. For example, before this event, the Wolves won the titles from the Bromans. And in a three-way match between... if I butcher these names, I apologize. My Japanese wrestling knowledge is not the best, nor is my pronunciations of these names. The Wolves versus Kaz Hayashi and Suji Koto also against the Bromans, a freeway match for the belts. The Bromans won those belts back in time for the pay-per-view. But also on that event, Sia Sanada defeated Austin Aries for the X Division belt. Now, what does this all mean? With the working relationship between Jeff Jarrett and the Great Muta at the time, before Jarrett leaving the company for Wrestle One, it guaranteed this pay-per-view for sure. It guaranteed Jarrett having a match, which happened a few months ago. It was actually pretty good. I think tagging with Muta against, I don't remember who exactly, but this is also going to be part of the Wrestle One TNA talent exchange. It's not really talent exchange; it's more of a handshake deal, just based on the respect between Jarrett and Muta. And Jarrett's not even in the company anymore, like I said before. So this will be hard to do to begin with. But with this, we probably get one of the rarest appearances in paper, not just in pay-per-view, but in wrestling. Because the Great Muta is coming back to the United States to be in a six-man tag team match with Sonata. And I don't know who this guy is. Nakune? Nakahune? He's probably a newer guy. I don't remember. The Japanese wrestling I remember is with people you would know, like Jushin Liger, the Great Muta. Even put like Hiroshi in there, or if you think about it, it kind of goes also back with the days of Harley Race, Giant Baba, Bruiser Brody, all the names that you'd be more familiar with in the Japanese wrestling style. I'm not sure if the third guy is a new one or not. We'll see Sunday. I mean, I have high hopes just based on my anticipation of the Japanese fans and the Japanese wrestling in general. But they face the team of Bad Influence and Chris Sabin. I don't know how this team came together, but okay. But like I was saying before, you think of Japanese wrestling, you think of two names before any. I mean, Jushin Thunder Liger and the Great Muta. And for those who have not knowledgeable in wrestling like myself, you'd probably remember Muta back in the day of the NWA facing Sting for, I think it was the U.S. belt at the time. Yeah, it was the U.S. belt. And he was actually managed by the late, great Gary Hart. But this match in general is special because I don't remember the last time Muta has been in a cage match. More or less any of the three men on the Japanese side. But this is even rarer because I think Muta... Yeah, I don't even remember last time... I don't even know he's ever been in a cage match. This might be a first. If not a very rare cage match for Muta. But I'd have to go the Japanese team just based on the continuity between the three of them. I don't really know. But with one of them holding the X Division title, I mean, this isn't the last we're going to see these guys, so we're going to get more from them as we go. I can't even talk, bleh. But we're going to be more familiarized with these guys as the weeks progress. Hopefully, not counting the taped episodes of Impact, where they're probably not going to show up. Another match, including a newcomer to TNA, Manic faces Tigre Uno, otherwise known as Extreme Tiger from the AAA promotion. There's nothing on the line on this match. There's nothing special. But just based on what I remember from Extreme Tiger or Tigre Uno, I honestly hope that they bring this guy in with a win. I mean, this is his first appearance on TNA, on pay-per-view in general, and it's the first time you're going to see this guy. So it's going to be a good match. I mean, TJ Perkins as Manic is going to be amazing. But this match, I have to go Tigre Uno just based on what I know. Man, we're going to have to split this up just based on how long this is going to take, because some of these don't even make sense.